Hey guys, what's going on? So quick update on the car. The car is currently going through issues right now, so I have to pretty much detach the subframe from the car. And then also not only that, we have to lower the subframe, not completely drop it, but lower it. I might have to drop it. I don't know. We're hoping that all it just needs is just to be lowered, and then after that, I can get the snap bolt out. Is that shit on my fucking... That is. God damn it. Hold on. There we go. Alright. But yeah, no, um, we're just trying to run through all the options before we possibly get to the option that I don't want to personally do, but might have to happen. Because I need a car. Not gonna lie. I need a car. I need something that I know is good and reliable at that time. But in any case, the next car though might be a manual. Might be. Stay tuned for that. But in any case, so what happened as I was driving the car home, I got like maybe not even a mile from where the car was sitting, and the control arm mounting bolt had snapped. The other one was already gone, so like that one had just pulled a fucking Houdini. But the control arm mounting bolt, the other one that bolts directly into the subframe and into the body, the long one, had snapped. So that one was gone. We had noticed the problem day prior because the wheel was pushed back further. I should have trusted my gut and essentially not driven the car. I should have just basically been like, okay, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull it back here. I'm gonna put it on jack stands, figure out what the fuck's going on, and then after that, go from there. If I would have done that, we wouldn't be dealing with this issue. I probably would still have the car up and running, because right now the car is not. Like the car drives. The car, or not really drives, but the car can start. So like I can crank it over, it'll crank over and do all the other shit it needs to do. It just can't turn very well. And if I do try to turn it, there's a good chance that the wheel will snap. So, yeah. But essentially, so this is how the car looks right now. See, yeah, it's like all in pieces. But we're trying to get that situated. But right now the control arm is currently dangling. So yeah, we ended up getting new bolts for it. Figured out that the bolts are not the right size. And not only that, the front bolt that we have for it also, which is the control arm mounting bolt for it, there's a bolt still stuck in there. So at first we were just gonna drill a hole in it, try to extract it, and then after that had been it. Then after that, we were gonna try to just bore the fucker out. Couldn't do it. So then after that, what we did was essentially my buddy that had came down to try to do all that stuff, he said, well, the only way that you can potentially save this car, because the threads for how many times that we were going at it are fucked up. The only way that you can potentially save this car is if you drop the subframe and give me enough room to extract the bolt. Because if that subframe comes out, I guarantee you the bolt will come out. Because at that point, considering the subframe is also shifted, because there was a missing bolt and the other one snapped, considering the subframe had shifted right after the bolt snapped, it pretty much was a done deal at that point. Which I'm guaranteeing that the subframe didn't just shift because of the bolt, it had also shifted because there's probably all the bolts that are holding the subframe are probably loose. Not loose to a point to where they give me an easier time getting them off, but loose to a point to where it allows the subframe to shift. Which I don't know if that is actually the case, but right now, that's what I'm currently dealing with. And the option that I was talking about, that if this does not work, I'm going to have to do this. I might not like it. I might have to, at that point, get rid of the car. And I don't want to do that. I want that to literally be the last option. Like at that point, it's basically like we've tried all options. It's pretty much forcing my hand. But at this point, I don't know. Because I've bled so much time, effort, and energy into this car, I don't want it to be for nothing. So, but if it comes down to it and I have to do that, I will. At that point, I'm going to have to rebolt everything up that I unbolted. And try to just get it as fixed as much as humanly possible and inform the person that does buy it that the existing problem, and hopefully they can get it done. Because at this point, if I do end up just saying fuck it and it doesn't get fixed, then I'm gonna have to spend a lot more money than it's worth to get the car fixed. And I've already spent a lot. I've already spent well over $1,000, close to $2,000 on just repairs alone on the car. I'm gonna have to spend a lot more because the right side, or like if you were to look at the engine bay, so like let's say, you know, I'm looking at it, so like you can see my visor. If you're looking at it on this side, then at that point this side has a crumple in the engine bay. So from here to about there's a crumple. And I have to take it to a collision repair shop to get fixed. So that's another thing that I have to inform them of. But the only thing that gives this car a little more value is the rims it has on it. Now, I looked it up. These rims are Marque G 8073s. They start as low as $175 per rim. So if you do the math on that, that is $700 per rim. That's not including shipping or tax or anything else like that. And they can, and just for a set, they can get as big as $900, depending on where you go. So cheap. So if you're wanting to get them cheap, which is probably knockoffs, I figured out that the knockoffs are about that much. The actual Marque G 803 or 8073s are actually, they round up to like a little over 200, and at that point they're worth $956. So literally $50 or $44 from $1,000. So these are literally $1,000 rims. Well, $1,000 set of rims. So with me hearing that, I was actually pretty pleased because that gives a little more value to the car. So if I was to sell it, I mean, shit, what I could do is I could potentially put the thing on cinder blocks and just sell the rims alone. And at that point, I'd probably get like $700 off of them. And then, I don't know, maybe sell coilovers and get like maybe $200 or $300 off of those. Because, you know, at that point, you know, $700 rims, $300 coilovers, and then sell the car for $1,000 if they're not wanting either of those. So at that point, that's $1,000. So automatically, just for the car, how it is itself, it is automatically $2,000 because $300 coilovers, $700 rims, $1,000 car. So because it still runs. So it's not broken down to a point to where now it's just a roller, and you know you can't do shit with it. You still can. It's just I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell it. But I might if I can't get this problem fixed. So that might be the route that I take with it. I don't know. Again, I will keep you guys further updated later on down the line and see if I can't try to save my one and only car If I can't, well then, at that point, that's just the way it is. But, you know, only time will tell. I'm going to try to do that today, but there's a hornet's nest on my car, so I have to try to get it off. It's either a hornet or a yellow jacket wasp. One of the two, but I'm most likely thinking it's a hornet. So yeah, I have to try to figure out how to get that off my car, and it's like literally right where I need to work. So, but yeah, guess I'll try to keep you guys posted. But you know, the car did get towed back, as you guys can see, and obviously I have my helmet, so that was a one clear sign. But yeah, I will catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.